Hey guys, Venomous here, and I got a new segment of the verdicts for you. Now today, guess what I'm talking about? It's Friday, it's May 7th, guess what I'm talking about? It's Iron Man 2, okay? Iron Man 2, this movie kicks ass, okay? It kicks ass with a very, very large boot, and here's why, okay? I saw the movie today, called a quick matinee. Okay, number one, right from the get-go, like when you actually go to see the movie, you get, if you're a Regal Club member, if you go to a Regal Theater, you actually get a free comic book. Yeah, that's right. Little free comic book, and you guys don't believe me, check that out. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, you get a free comic book when you go see the movie. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing this throughout the entire time the movie's in the actual theater. So you don't have to worry about running to the theater like, oh my god, we got to go see it today. Like, you should go see it today, though, by the way, because it's that good of a movie. But you don't have to worry about not getting this, because you're going to get this. So anyway, that's just one thing about it that was pretty cool, okay? Now, when I actually saw the movie, okay, a lot of action, great choreography. Some of the actual fighting scenes, like when it's just people and not robots, or actually, VFX stuff, okay, is really cool. Spoilers alert, okay? I'm just going to let you guys know, because a couple people have been telling me that every now and then I'll spoil something from. Just letting you know, I'm going to talk about shit about the movie, so if you're going to be spoiled like this, just fast forward to the end of this clip and I'll just give you my clear-cut opinion about it, because I'm going to get into some specifics now. Anyway. Besides that, okay, Iron Man 2. What's so great about Iron Man 2? Great action. The story, it depends on your taste about it, okay? Now, some critics out there have been saying that the story is a little here and there, but it does it better than the rest of the other superhero movies that have a lot of tie-ins together. Kind of, for example, like Spider-Man 3 had so many story arcs tied into one another that it became too chaotic. This one, it kind of gets the same thing, but it's done a hell of a lot better, and I think it actually works, because in this movie, they try to set up the Avengers. They try to set up Captain America and Thor, and there's a lot of nods to maybe also an Iron Man 3. And a lot of nods here and there throughout the entire movie that Marvel fans and fanboys are going to be like, oh shit, look at that. Like, there's a whole scene. Here's spoiler alert, okay, for you guys. There's a scene in the movie where you actually see Captain America's shield, okay? And it plays a significant role of what's going on screen at the time. I'm not going to tell you guys exactly, so you guys go see the movie, but when you see it, you're going to be like, oh shit, it's Iron Man's shield. And it's pretty cool. Also, on top of that, okay, the transition of James Rhodes, which is the guy played by Don Cheadle, from, being outside of the armor into the armor, when he turns into War Machine, is pretty cool. The whole, actual story of how they went about doing it, where he actually becomes War Machine, is really good. Tony, okay, Tony Stark, okay, he's faced with a lot of dilemmas, a lot of stuff is going on around him, with everything that's tying in. He's got S.H.I.E.L.D. breathing down his neck, because they want him to join the Avengers Initiative, which is going to be the big Avengers movie. He's got, Pepper Potts, who he's made now CEO of his entire company, okay? That's not a spoiler, it's 2 seconds into the movie you find this out, okay? And also, you've probably found this out from the trailers and stuff, okay? Now, he also has to deal with the guy named Whiplash, that comes into play at one point in the movie. And, then he has to deal with the government that's trying to take the Iron Man suit away from him. They're calling it a weapon, and he's calling it not a weapon, it's his own personal property. But they see it as a danger to society, while he says, no, this is my technology, and it's not going to get out to anybody else because it's safe with me. Contrary to that, some shit happens, and eventually all stuff goes to hell, which is pretty cool. The whole scene with the Stark Expo from the trailers and stuff is really handled well. It looks really badass, I want to be honest with you. Okay, the whole celebration and stuff. The whole thing with Justin Hammer, which is, kind of like the evil twin or evil doppelganger of Tony Stark, which is everything that's good about Tony that's, flipped and reversed, that's everything bad about Tony, is for what Justin Hammer is, which is really cool, because it's a nice, as opposed to a guy actually being in a suit fighting Iron Man, Tony Stark himself, the character, actually has someone to combat with in this movie, which is kind of cool. They never physically, meet fist to fist and stuff, but it's kind of like an intellectual battle, yeah. Okay, where they pretty much, they're almost kind of getting in competition for the actual, contracting with the U.S. government, okay? Because if you guys remember in the first Iron Man, Tony Stark has done with actually making weapons for, the entire world. He wants to do other things. Justin Hammer is kind of coming in to actually, fill in Tony's void for the government and make weapons for them, okay? And the whole story moves on from there. There's a lot more stuff that goes on. Now, like I said before already, I'm going to say it again, the action in this is awesome. It ties in very nicely with the story. There's never too much of one thing and too little of another. It's very balanced out. It's handled very well considering how many things are coming together in one thing. And also, the ending's great. I'm not going to spoil the ending for you guys. The ending's really good. Besides that, okay, this is going to be a spoiler because you probably have seen this on YouTube already. after the credits, there is a nod, like what kind of Marvel has been doing with all its movies, to the Avengers, okay? And specifically, this one is to Thor. Happens is, during the course of the movie, something goes down with, one of the S.H.I.E.L.D. operatives and stuff, and a whole bunch of stuff transpires. And then, at the end of the movie, you actually see the S.H.I.E.L.D. operative from the very first Iron Man movie. I forgot his actual name at this moment, but he talks to Pepper Potts at one point. He's a little more involved with Tony Stark now this time around. But he's there, he gets sent to New Mexico. He actually drives up, looks down into the crevice, he calls up Nick Fury, tells him, okay, look, boss, we found it. And when they pan out and actually show it, they show Thor's hammer as a big, big nod to the next Marvel movie that's, in line to come out within, I think it's next year, next summer, something like that. But that's Marvel's next big movie, and that was really cool to actually see something like that because, it got people in the theater really hyped. There was cheering and stuff and everything, so I thought that was pretty cool. Overall, bottom line, Iron Man 2 kicks ass, okay? Iron Man 2 was well worth the wait. I've been waiting for this for a while, ever since I went to Comic-Con. I first was one of the first people to see the trailer, the actual first trailer that they had cut for Comic-Con that year. And I thought like they really fulfilled everybody's expectations. It's a great superhero movie. It's better than the first one, I'll tell you right now, in terms of scale, story, and action. Okay, you guys definitely should go out to the theaters to see this movie, and you will catch me getting this on DVD at some point when it does come out. But anyway, that's just my bottom line for this movie. It kicks ass. You should go watch it. Anyway, this is Venomous out, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon. Later.